as technology leaders, I'm sure that you've all been to those meetings where somebody says to you, our customers need a more modern experience. Let's get the IT department to fix that. We would like the Amazon purchasing experience, the, one click in your cart at your door experience. And we all know it's so much more. It's around business process, and especially given you all do such amazing good in your community, that has to be quite flexible too in terms of your constituents. Tell us a little bit about those experiences and how, as technology leaders, you maybe rope in some other folks to help bring in that process change so that you can tackle modernization.
I don't know how popular this is, but I will say pain motivates change, like nothing you'll ever see. So from a holistic standpoint, the single biggest reason that BGCA invested in technology is they were the victim of a ransomware attack 4 years ago. And I think as systems are ineffective and people are wasting time on old archaic business process, and as some of these risks in the technology world really ramp up, it really does motivate people to make change. If you're comfortable where you are and if things are going basically well, why would you change, right? Don't fix it if it isn't broken. And so what we really focus on when we do change management with staff, both internally as well as with our organizations, is our first step is to learn what they're doing now and what they love about it and what is driving them crazy. What are their pain points? And we build all of our strategy based on that discovery, because just going in and saying, here's this thing, it's going to be great, without an understanding of kind of where they are and what would make it great for them and what might they have to deal with, what changes are they going to have to make to what they're currently doing, is really pretty short-sighted, and they see through that right away. And the reality is, although many things will be easier, there will be some things that are harder, and there will be some things that they have to change. Just dropping a new technology in without changing business process doesn't really make sense. And so it is a much more, I would say, intensive path than just going online and buying a subscription to Canva. There's a lot more to it, and I think we try and really spend a lot of time talking organizations through that for each one of our implementations.
Yeah, I think we've all probably had that time where 1, 2, 20 people come and say, hey, I just bought this program for my department. How do we make it work? Well, I would have loved to have the conversation about that before you had spent money, kind of thing. But related to what Jackie was saying, part of the process to gear up for a project when you're learning how things work and the way departments do things is to work through what it is they actually need as the end result. It's all too common to recreate what you already have, because that's the way you know how to do things, where it is much better to say, at the end of the day, I need to be here. Okay, what's the best path with the tools we have available to us now to get to that path, and not just do it the way we did it for the sake of doing it that way.
I love Jackie's point about pain motivating change. I mean, that's kind of what's happened here in San Diego. The significant transformation that's happening here as we transition out of a very antiquated CRM and move to a very incredible world with Salesforce and Traction Rec is all predicated on pain. And the organization was really reaching the breaking point. IT wasn't able to deliver what it needed to, because we needed to modernize, and that was just a really critical part of what we're going through right now. But I think the reality, all projects are not technology projects. Every project is a people project. Yeah. And I think that taking a people first approach in how you modernize or how you manage change, I think they kind of go hand in hand. It really drives success. One of the big thing that we really did is IT actually is taking a backseat, on the modernization efforts right now in San Diego. I mean, we're here, we're at the table, we're a part of the process, but our stakeholders, our staff, those in the field, our subject matter experts, those that need to use the systems every single day are the ones that are helping us drive modernization. The thing that I always remind people is that at the end of the day, we're all technology companies. that's the modern way of working. I don't care if you're a not-for-profit or if you're Apple. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all tech companies, but it has to be from a people first perspective. And again, I think I heard it said, we started our current transformation with really deep discovery, really leaning into understanding why we're so decentralized, why the processes had varied so much across the organization, why process within a branch location varied. And then as we did a lot of value stream mapping, we were able to then, start the path into where we're going to end up eventually with Traction Rec and Salesforce.
It's this is great direction, and I can't help but think that modernization, right, for me is catching up with transformation in terms of big words that can be intimidating at times, but as just by way of example, Jackie, John, Matt, right, you got to drill down, right? It's as a CIO of the national organization, I hear the modernization cry a lot. In fact, I went to visit a association on Long Island that's using the same CRM that John's switching from. And the CEO said to me, "Tom, help, please. I'm using my mother's CRM." And
my grandma's.
And they talked about modernization. So step one, right, drill down. What do you mean by that? What does that mean for each organization? Really,